thought that's because you didn't have enough space.
No, I usually have the space for it. All right. Now this episode, if you can speak into the mic. Last episode, it sounded like you were talking through my mic. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me? A little bit louder.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. What it do? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey,
Welcome back.
everybody.
Welcome back to our podcast, From Our Heart to Yours. My name is Stefan,
And I'm Shanika.
and today is
Mother's
Mother's
Day. Whoop,
Day.
whoop.
Shout
Happy
out,
Mother's
happy Mother's
Day.
Day to all the beautiful mothers out there. Ain't nobody better than my mother.
That's right.
But no, really though, we want to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day, and that it's just a blessed and beautiful, happy day for everybody.
Yeah. Any type of mother, expecting mothers, um, anyone without their mother. I know that's something that I'm struggling with right now. Anyone that um, is has a parent or mother that they look to that's not their biological mother. Any of those things, just you celebrate yourself or someone today that's been special to you in your life.
Yeah. So today's episode is about mothers, and today I, want to make it really all about you today, because today is about you. You are a mother.
Kinda,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So let's just I got some questions for you that I
Okay.
would like to get down with. Now the first segment that I wanted to go through was um it's a this or that segment. So I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
It's just just to kind of get the ball rolling. It's been a minute. We all know. Sorry. But I wanted to just go through and just ask you a couple questions, whether you think this or that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
First couple are very easy.
Okay.
Very simple. Just
Okay.
give your answer and elaborate on it a little bit. All right, so first one. Do you prefer indoor or outdoor?
That one's hard.
That's hard.
Yeah, I mean, because it depends on the season.
Okay.
I love outdoors, but I'm definitely not a winter person. So I'm gonna say for the most part, outdoors.
Okay.
But what are
Okay.
we doing outdoors?
Well, that's where your elaboration comes
Okay.
in. You know.
So outdoors, like I'm not an outdoorsy person where I'm I'll hike and do those things, but those are not things I'm gonna jump up and be like, oh y'all, let's go outside and take a hike.
Okay.
Um, I'm outdoors like, let's go sit on the back deck and drink some
Mm.
wine. I'm that mama.
As you got your wine
As I
today.
got my wine.
All right. All right. So kind of to go into that in that same reasoning, do you prefer hot or cold? Now this can go into anything. It could go like you being hot or cold, or like you like hot or cold things like drinks or other
Okay.
things.
I do not like cold drinks. I typically drink most of my stuff lukewarm,
Mm.
room temperature. Now, not unless it's tea. I love some hot tea. I do prefer for it to be hot outside versus cold. I feel like with the cold temperatures, it's too many layers that you'd have to put on, and it takes forever to warm up.
Mhm.
So I would prefer actually to be hot.
I think I'm with you on that one. I like, especially me working outside. Like, I work in all different types of weather conditions. So the wintertime is the most brutal,
Yes.
and I hate the cold.
Yes.
Like, I was just explaining to somebody the other night at work. I was like, when it's cold outside, I don't like talking because I'm mad because it's so cold. And they
It
was like,
does
yeah,
give
you
you an
don't talk to
attitude.
nobody when
Yeah.
it's wintertime. I was like, yeah, I
I mean,
don't.
you think about it, most people, I mean, well, for one, the time changes, so it gets dark
Yeah.
much earlier.
Mm.
It makes people have like what they call the seasonal
Seasonal
effect
depression.
of just yeah, where
Yeah.
you have depression. I mean, it does. I mean, the only thing good about winter is Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, but I
honestly,
know some people, they love the cold. They don't like
yeah,
they don't like the heat. You know what
I
I'm
don't want
saying?
no snow. I don't want to be stuck in the house anywhere. Like I can't do any of that.
Mm.
So yeah, it's hot for me.
All right. So this next one, I know with your job and everything, you get a lot of these types of situations. Do you prefer texting or calling?
Texting. Do not call me. My phone, I have about 80 clients. So at any given time, like my phone could just be ringing back to back on top of all the spam calls that we get
Yeah.
nowadays, which is crazy. And then you got like, I think Kendall probably calls me 20, 30 times a day. So I prefer text. I always tell people if you want me to respond quicker, text me.
All right. All right. Now these next few I think are more interesting in my opinion. All right,
Okay.
so you got to pay attention on this one. Would you rather be famous and broke or rich and unknown?
Rich and unknown. Like, why do I care? I don't like being the center of attention.
Yeah.
So I'm cool being in the background and having my money. So definitely rich and in the back.
What they say, real G's move in silence like
That's
lasagna.
right.
All right. All right. So next one. Always know the truth or always be happy?
That's a
I
hard one.
knew that one was going to get
Always know the truth or be
you.
happy. I'm stuck, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna say, uh, I want to know the truth all the time.
Yeah.
I want to know exactly who I'm dealing with, what I'm dealing with. Um, I can adjust and reset and get back to happy, but I don't want to be happy. I have been in that situation a few times where I was extremely happy and it, the truth, I just didn't know the truth.
Yeah.
And people knew it all around me. And it's embarrassing when other people know the truth and you're walking around looking happy.
Yeah.
So, I just rather know the truth.
I think me and you are in the same like boat in that
Yeah.
because like you said, like I don't want to be like happy in front of somebody's face who's like, being a snake towards me. Or like
Yeah.
they're just like talking behind my back or like they know something about me that I don't even know myself.
Yeah.
So
That's that is extremely embarrassing. I would never want to go through that again. So tell me the truth.
all right, so a couple more real quick. Now this one is like a situational question, okay?
Okay.
So let's say someone came up to you and was like, "Hey, I will give you $1 million. Actually, we'll up the ante.
Okay.
I'll push it to $500 million. I was gonna say a billion, but I feel like you'll do this for $1 billion. So,
Okay.
but they give you this red button. Some of y'all may know this situation online. They give you a red button. It was like, you press this button, I will give you this $500 million, but someone in the world passes away. A
Anybody?
random person. You may not know who it is. You may know the person. Are you pressing that button for $500 million?
No.
You're not pressing
I
it.
can't.
I'm pressing that
Because
button.
what if it's one of y'all?
I'm pressing that button.
No, you gonna kill me?
I'm gonna just hope it's not you. I'm gonna hope and pray it's not you.
I mean, I'm too sensitive for that. Like, I don't care if it's even somebody that I don't. Are they gonna tell me who it is?
No, you don't know.
So if it wasn't, but I'm like, I can't dictate that. If it was family was off limits, if y'all was off limits, the only people off limits is the people in this house. Other than that, press the button. But if they can't tell me that there's an exclusion, I can't do that. There's no way.
As soon as you press the button, though, you a millionaire.
Yeah, without somebody potentially.
You a millionaire.
Without maybe you, Kendall, or Dom.
See, you thinking too deep about it. You thinking too deep.
Nah.
You know how many people's in this world? It's 8 billion people.
But
plus.
but still, like something like, but again, my luck, it would be
Yeah.
somebody that I know, and I would be extremely upset.
I respect that.
Yeah.
All right, this last one's fun, but I know your answer.
Okay.
It's very fun and simple one. Now you, I feel like, is somebody who is who has built a stepping stone or like a path for me in music and my love for music. So this one is, who do you choose?
Okay.
Tupac or Biggie?
Oh, come on, Steph.
No, I thought this was easy. Oh, never mind.
Biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I love Tupac too, though. But yeah, Biggie.
okay.
I mean, I had like a crush on him, which everybody is like, oh my God, he is so ugly. Like, I don't know. For me, it's somebody that their confidence, the way they carry themselves. I don't care if he had a lazy eye and
Nah.
that he was dark and ugly, but yeah, Biggie all day.
Yeah, I remember like growing up and us driving around, and you had, was it Ready to Die? You had a couple of Biggie. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think you had you had a couple of his CDs,
Yeah.
and we was just riding around listening to him, and like I just remember like falling in love with his music, and you always just being like, I love Biggie.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember listening too much to Tupac growing up,
Yeah.
but like it was heavy Biggie. I don't know if you showed me Eminem, but Eminem,
I love Eminem.
uh, yeah, it was just
Ludacris, that was one of
yeah,
my big
Missy
ones.
Elliott,
Missy, oh my God,
uh,
Missy Elliott.
even like off rappers like Mary J. Blige and
Yeah.
all that. So yeah, that's one of my fondest memories. Speaking of memories, now we're going to jump into my questions that I have for you.
Okay.
Uh, what is your favorite memory of me growing up? And you can also talk about Kendall.
Okay. God, most favorite memory of you growing up. There's so many of them. I'll give like maybe like my top three
Okay.
of you growing up. Um, One is that I've always been big on like everybody has to try something. Stefan is all about trying anything. So remember you used to try to play the guitar and
Oh,
you played at church.
oh my
He
God.
brought the guitar to church and my brother let him play it in front of the church. It was so cute, but like I mean that's a good memory just because you have carried on your love for music.
Mhm.
So I think about that. Um, I guess another one, God, all of them like could be around music. You also, when we would be at Granny's and you would be rapping, I would be
Oh yeah.
recording you and Kendall dancing, and you freestyling and stuff like that.
I just saw
Those
that video the other day
did you?
too. Yeah.
those are fun memories of you growing up. And then let's see. I don't there's so many of them with you though. I mean, it's really hard to pick. I'm gonna say my next one would be my favorite time of you growing up is when you was playing for PRP.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite times where I didn't even care how exhausted and stuff that we were. We had a good time and they were like family.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a good memory with you. With Kendall, I guess my memories are Kendall is like total opposite. Kendall is a wildflower and she just a little free spirit. So memories of Kendall is when she knocked her teeth into her gums
Oh my
at the zoo. Do
God.
you she didn't have two front teeth from the age of 2 until like 8. Because she jammed them up into her gums, running away from her cousin. Was
Mm.
you with them when she did it? She was taking off running.
Yeah, I was like, because it was like in the area where they host the like parties and stuff or whatever for
Yeah.
like business and catering, whatever. And I remember I was downhill with Judy, and then I seen her just running
I thought
downhill.
she was running away from
She was
Amarise.
running from Emery's,
Yeah.
but they was uphill. She ran downhill, and then like she yanked because she dislocated her
She
arm or her shoulder,
yeah,
right?
that's another memory of
Yeah,
Kendall
she like
is
dislocated her whole shoulder. We was at the doctor. I was mad because I
yeah.
was like, "We at the zoo. Why'd you do that?" And then it was like, "Steph, like she's hurt
So for
right now."
the zoo, we had to go to the emergency room because they had to extract her teeth out of her gums.
Mm,
That was the worst experience ever. Um, and then I guess I'll go back to you too. That was another one of like that's probably one of my worst memories with you is when you had to go to the hospital for your diabetes
mm.
and you were begging me to not let them strap you down. That was really hard, but one a big memory for me. Kendall, the other one with her, we was leaving out of church and I was holding her hand and Kendall was like a little underweight when she was little, but I was holding her hand and she was trying to go back to Emery. She didn't want to leave. And so she yanked away from me, completely dislocated her shoulder. So
Oh, that's when that happened.
yeah, that's when that
Uh,
happened at church. And so she was in the back seat and she was holding her arm like this, which is crazy to me. I always say that just like naturally as humans, we know how to take care of ourselves. Because why does a 5-year-old know to hold her arm tight? But she was back there holding her arm tight. And I said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Does your arm hurt?" And she just had tears rolling down her face. And we went to urgent care and it was dislocated. So, and they said it was common because she was so underweight.
mm.
But so anyway, I should have had probably a lot of CPS cases with y'all. um, and then the other one is Kendall drawing on every damn thing.
Oh my
Kendall drew
God.
on everything. And here's the funny part. She loves art. She
Mm.
draws. She's very creative. She loves to paint. She loves to draw. and really just a really good artist. So I'm like, some of the things that y'all did when y'all were younger is like it's come full circle. You with
Yeah.
your music and like that's what you love to do now. Her painting my kitchen floor with nail polish and she her dad had brought a big screen TV and she wrote all across it in green crayon. We never got our deposit backs at the apartments that we lived at because she done wrote on the walls. Took her to work with me at U of L and she wrote on Judy's office wall.
Mm.
Like an artist in the making, but my good memories of my babies.
Yeah, no, the apartment looking like colorful and scribbles everywhere. I was like, yo, this is
It was
wild.
always writing on something. So,
Now, next question I have for you was, what's one thing? This is more for like moms in general.
okay.
What's one thing that you wish more people understood about moms for our new mothers out there? This might be their first Mother's Day, or they may be expecting to be mothers soon. So, what's one thing that you wish people knew more about being a mom or moms in general?
Um, I'm still, I mean, as old as you all are, I'm still learning about being a mom. I'm gonna say the biggest thing is as mothers, we don't give ourselves grace.
Mm.
Um, when even when I think I know that I've done everything I can, I'm always second guessing like what else could I have done more? And that's just until you are a parent, mother or father, you don't really understand that. Like the love for your kids is I can't even explain it. I can't say endless. It's bottomless, I guess is what I'm gonna say. Like I would do any and everything for y'all. So even when I'm like, I think I've done everything, I go back and I'm like second, like guessing, like what else could I have done to make it better?
Yeah,
So I think for any moms out there is to know like when you are intentionally giving your best, give yourself grace in that.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I like that. I feel like um, that's not seen a lot with moms. I think I mainly see that with you a lot, and you just be like, I think it's like a level of perfection that you guys
Absolutely.
always, both mother or father, you guys try to hold yourselves up to such a high standard, and that's great and that's amazing. But like you said, that grace is definitely also necessary.
Yeah.
So yeah, always
I'm a
remember
Virgo
that.
too, so we're kind of perfectionists in everything that we do. I want everything done a certain way, um, and for it to be right.
Mm.
And parenting, you can't do that. It can't be like a strict right or wrong. Sometimes there is like or black and white. Sometimes there's gray.
Mm. All right. So next question I had was, I guess, a little bit more silly. These next two are.
Okay, I'm gonna take a drink of my strawberry Moscato.
Now, a big thing that my mom, like one of her biggest rules is do not lie. Okay? And she does not like liars and she does not lie herself
I do not like liars.
until this question.
Oh my god.
What's
Okay.
what's a lie you told me as a kid that I probably still believe?
I don't
She's
lie.
lying now.
No. I can't think of anything that I would have ever lied to you about. Hmm.
Kendall? Mm,
Well, no, I did tell you this one lie
okay.
when you were 5. When
Mm.
Kendall was born, I don't know if you remember, there was like all these gifts that was at the
That's not a
hospital.
good one, Ma. That's
That's a
not a good
lie,
one.
though.
That's not a
It's
good
a
one.
lie.
Go
A
ahead.
lie's
Tell
a
the story.
lie.
Tell the
But I
story.
had told Stefan that Kendall had got him all these gifts. I was like, your little sister wanted you to have all these gifts for being her big brother. So, I mean, you believed it then. They were great.
I
But I'm
believed it
like,
after I took it home and I was like, how she know I like Ninja Turtles? How she know? And then I was like, okay.
but I don't know. I can't think of anything. Because and especially when it was just me and you, like me and you was a team. I couldn't lie to you about stuff. So I can't think of anything that I have lied about.
Okay.
You? Has anything where it's come back and was like, man, she didn't tell the truth about that?
I don't know. Cause I mean I can't tell.
I
So
mean, well, Yeah, I mean, you would eventually, because I'm like, there is nothing major that I would have ever lied to you about. And if it
Okay.
was, then you would have eventually found out.
My mom's an angel.
You heard it.
Until this next question.
Uh,
What's one rule you had for me that you definitely broke yourself?
hmm. Did you have rules growing up? Like, what was the rules of the house? Like, you didn't have a curfew. I mean, it really Stefan's one of them kids where he didn't go anywhere, or if he did, he came right back. I'm just gonna say you was just a great kid. So I didn't say be in by 10 and you was home at 11. Wasn't that? I mean,
I thought I was gonna stump you on these two.
no, because
I
I'm
was
like,
hoping to get a different reaction.
um, you don't sneak out the house. I have no idea.
Is there like a not a translation, but like is there something that like as a kid that you did that you broke a rule
I broke
with
rules
Granny?
all the time because Granny had ridiculous rules.
What was a rule you broke?
Like, I couldn't even talk on the phone to boys. So you best
Mm,
believe, yeah, I was talking on the phone to boys. I got to one point when I started working, I got me a pager and I would have the boys page me and then I would call them. And then also there was a rule that no phone calls after 8 or 9 o'clock. I can't remember. I literally would take my ass through the whole house, turn off every ringer in the house so that she couldn't hear the phone ring. I had one of those phones that was clear and it lit
mm,
up in color
mm.
so that I could see when somebody was calling so that I could pick up and then I'd be under the covers talking on the phone. I got caught once.
That's that's Kendall.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I'm like, I didn't create rules like that for y'all. Like, I've never told y'all get off the phone at a certain time.
That is something like you uh have given to us at, like growing up because you've always said like you didn't want us to grow up how you grew up. And
Yeah.
so I feel like you've always just tried to be
Well,
like
because it
more
makes
chill
you
and laid back. Yeah,
sneaky. I'm
yeah.
like, why would you apply all these like and the rules were not like I'm not talking I wasn't being hot talking to boys. Some of these
It's
boys
just
was genuinely like I mean genuinely my friend.
mm,
Um so and then of course it's okay at a certain age it's appropriate to like boys or like girls or whatever. So some of the things that she did, it just made me sneaky. Like, I did a lot of sneaky stuff when I was little, like having people at the house while she was at work. They coming in one, she's coming in the front door, they going out the back door.
dang.
Yeah. I did crazy
But
stuff.
I will say though, I feel like times also shape like rules and things of, like you know what I'm saying? Because as you're saying that, I remember like Snoop Dogg talking about maybe it was like one of his recent albums,
Mhm.
or he said in an interview like, oh, he hosted a party after his mom left
Mhm.
to go to work, and she's like, don't have the dog pound in
Yep.
here. And
Yep.
as soon as she left, he had everybody in
Everybody's in
there,
there.
and then
Yep.
everybody had to leave by like a certain time. So I think time periods also like
And I
shape
think
that.
like kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Granny worked 3 to 11,
Mm.
3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So when she was going to work, I was coming home from school. I had the whole night to do whatever I wanted. So, and I didn't have anybody
You,
watching me or
you was the
whatever.
baby,
Yeah, I
so
was a
nobody was in
baby.
the
Everybody
house.
else had their own kids and their own houses. So, but now like here, my schedule I don't think that y'all don't even y'all can't predict my schedule. So if y'all
No.
did something like that, you never know when I'm coming home. Some
Yeah.
days I work from home. Some days I don't work at all. Some days I'm in the office. Like you just never know. So I think that also played a huge part is I knew exactly what her schedule was so I could predict what I can get away with.
Yeah. All right. Let's move it on. Let's move
Okay.
it along. Let's move it along. Okay. So back to motherhood. What does being a mother mean to you now versus when you first had me and even Kendall? Well, we'll just
Mm,
say me because I was first born.
yes. I had absolutely no idea what it meant to be a mother. I don't know who would, but um my idea was making sure that the basic stuff, making sure I had a place for you to live. It was very important to me that Stefan's outfits and his socks matched. So if somebody dressed him and the stuff did not match from top to bottom, I was pissed.
Mm,
So it was like those little things that really don't count, don't even matter really when as being a mother. Now I was really big on, and I'm still big on, I'm gonna say just in general, like education. So I was real
mm,
big on reading books to you. I actually read to you when you was in my belly. I would read to you every night. Um, and I'm big and strong on that still, like that y'all take y'all's education and stuff like that serious. So I'm gonna say in the very beginning, that's what I thought was so important to be a mom. You
gotcha.
know.
What about now?
Oh, now,
Yeah.
um, I guess it's like for real, like the carryover. I think being present is really important as being a mom at this point in y'all's lives. Finding out what y'all are going through, listening, and
Yeah.
actually hearing you um, is, I feel like, is what my role is now, and not necessarily always to tell y'all what to do, helping y'all, like not helping, letting y'all figure it out. That is really, really hard for me, especially with Kendall. I want to fix everything like all the time. And sometimes I do. I'm very sensitive. Sometimes I cry when I can't just fix it for her and have to let her figure it out. But now at this point it's teaching or helping y'all become successful adults so that y'all are independent and, stable whenever
Mm-hmm.
y'all leave the house.
Gotcha. All right. So next question I had too was I have like a few more. What's a moment? I guess this is also silly
Mm,
because I for this question I know one for my other parent, my father. Now you,
okay.
what's a moment where you had to discipline me but were secretly laughing?
Secretly laughing. So here's the thing.
Mm,
Stefan ain't had but maybe a handful of whoopings, and we probably got
no, I'm just
you
playing. No, I'm
for
just playing. No, I'm
real,
just
and
playing.
probably got fingers left when it comes to that. I don't think I've ever, or even, I guess a whooping doesn't have to be discipline. It could be just being on punishment,
Yeah,
right? So,
because I'm thinking like toddler, like you see my reaction, you probably just laughing like, why is he?
okay, yes. So I do have one. The funniest, the funniest one for me if y'all know Stefan, his personality, y'all wouldn't even believe that. Well, maybe you would believe this boy was mean as hell when he was little, like mean. So there was a woman. I don't know if you remember this. He went to a daycare,
Miss Bonnie,
Miss Bonnie's
shout out
daycare.
Miss Bonnie.
I love Miss Bonnie. She was everything. But it wasn't at her house. It was when she was still in that
The
building.
building.
And there was a teacher that I don't know why did not like Stefan. And she would tell the director, Miss Bonnie, if y'all don't put him out, I'm leaving. They told her, bye, see ya. But before that,
Mm,
she did I don't know what she did to him, but this boy went and turned over the refrigerator in the daycare room. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Turned it over, knocked it over. I guess that was his FU to her. But
Now, mind you, it's not like a regular
like a
fridge.
dorm,
It's like
it's
a
like a
mini
dorm room
fridge.
fridge,
You
but you
know.
were 3.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have enough strength to push over that dorm room refrigerator? But whatever she did, they felt like she was picking on him anyway. But that was one where I had to discipline him, but at the same time, I was like, "Good job, Steph."
Yeah, that's a funny story. Cause whenever I tell that story, I'll be like, yeah, I knocked over a refrigerator, like a normal size one, and then
I mean, it was the height of you for real. So
basically,
to you, it was normal size. That was
yeah,
crazy.
that's a good one. Now, kind of going into that, not it don't really connect, but what's the worst advice you've received about motherhood,
Mm. Hmm.
if there is any?
The worst advice. I'm trying to think. I would say,
Take your time.
well, I'm gonna. It's not the worst advice, but I'm gonna say I wish I had a just two of them actually that I would have done different. One from your nana, one from Granny.
Okay. I
Um,
figured.
yeah, Granny, the one with her, it wasn't necessarily advice, but when I brought you home, I mean, you had like a hard time like latching on to breastfeed or whatever, and I I mean, you were hungry, you were crying all the time, but I also was in a stressful situation. And for any moms that know, like when you're breastfeeding and you're stressed, it's difficult for your milk to come down. So it was stressful for me because when I had you, Granny thought you was her kid.
Yeah.
I brought you home and it was basically like, give me that baby, you going somewhere. So, and I think that's kind of like how our culture is that the
Hmm.
grandmothers take, the baby and whatever, but no, you're mine. So I used to call your dad all the time crying about that. But she ended up putting you on formula. So it wasn't even like advice. It was just what she did. I think that was probably the worst thing because it created so many allergies for you.
Mm.
And if I had just had a situation to where it was less stress and then you was able to breastfeed, I think it would have been healthier for you. So that was I'm going to say, worst advice from
That's why
her.
I got so many broken bones and
Right?
messed up
So,
limbs
and I'm
down.
like, well, but the funny thing is, you're not sick as often. They always say breastfed babies are the least sick, but you're really not that sick for you not to have been a breast baby. Kendall was a breast baby, and she's like hardly ever sick.
Shit, I caught a autoimmune disease. I think that's
Well,
the
but I'm just saying, like colds and flu, we all had COVID in this house, and this boy never caught it.
idea.
You should have been the one that caught it quicker, with you having diabetes, but everybody caught it in the house but him. And he was in the house with us the whole time. So that's what I'm saying is crazy about it. But from your nana, the only other the advice that I'm not gonna say it wasn't terrible, but you used to sleep with me all the time.
Oh
I
yeah.
loved it. And she used to tell me, get that boy out that bed. You ain't never gonna find no man. But I wish, and I did. So I start making you sleep in your room. And those times go by quick. Like, I still look at you and still can see, 5-year-old Stefan or whatever. So I'm like, I wish I had just leaned into my own intuition and just continued to let you sleep with me for a little bit longer. But because when it's gone, it's gone. You can't get it back. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Got you. All right, so I got a couple more questions before we close out. These are like the closing
Uh
questions.
oh.
Of course,
What
whatever. It's gonna
happened?
happen. It's gonna happen regardless. You already know. Camera went out.
Oh.
I don't even care. Don't care. These two questions will go by pretty quick.
Okay.
I think maybe. So first one, what's something you hope I always carry with me from how you raised me?
I always want you and Kendall both to be just like genuinely good people. You see somebody that needs help, you help them. Um, you don't let people take advantage of you. And the people that you love them hard. And when you have somebody that's loyal to you, you give them that loyalty back.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I know. Um, and that kind of goes like with my tattoo that I got on my arm. I feel like love and respect and support are like some of the biggest things from like our family, and
Mhm.
I feel like it's something that um, the women in my life have shown me from you, Granny, Nana,
Mhm.
um, and I got this tattoo for Nana just because I feel like no matter what situation she was in or whenever I seen her, it was always smiles. It was always
Always.
love.
Yeah.
She always was looking out and trying to take care of me as best and as much as she could.
Even when she didn't feel good.
Even
Yes.
like she always just had that love, and it was always a spring of happiness whenever like
Absolutely.
she seen me. Same thing with Granny. Like no matter what mood Granny might have been in or whatever her situation was, like she still always tried to show her love as best and how much as she could because she
Yeah.
worked a lot as well.
You always brought a smile to her face.
So it was just like, and then of course with you, like you always try to show us to help others. middle school during football season and kids need a ride, you taking kids to Park Hill and
Yeah.
down Iroquois and all that other stuff on the way back home. So it's always just been a strong representation in our family. So I appreciate all y'all for that.
Yeah.
So last question I have for you before we get out of here. What's something you've never told me but always wanted to say? She's thinking, y'all.
Um, again, because I feel like we're honest people here and we always have this is how this podcast started because it's like we always have deep conversations. It was like let's just let other people in on what we're talking about all the time. Uh One thing that I'm going to say that I think about a lot, maybe I've never said, but I feel like I have, is that you are a lot like me
Yeah.
in a lot of regards. And there's times like I don't want you to be like me. I want you, of course, to be better than me, but I also don't want you to not necessarily like not make the same mistakes, but because you're going to make your own mistakes, but maybe bounce back from them quicker or see red flags quicker than I do.
Yeah.
I'm extremely, even at my age, at this age, I can be extremely naive, and that's one thing I worry about when it comes to you. I want you to have a good judge of people's character much quicker. And then also too, we talk about this too, is that I want you to do more. I want you to be 23 and free. You don't have kids, you don't have anything that's keeping you from doing anything. If you say next month, Mom, I'm going to California for a week. See ya. Like I want you to have those experiences that I didn't do either out of like, well, by your age, I had you. I had you. Did I have you? I had you at 23.
Hmm.
Yeah. So being able to just get up and go and taking advantage of that and not letting fear guide you. I think those are the things. But I think we've had those kind of conversations before. But those are the things that I probably worry about most with you is I want you to live. So that's it. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah, and I definitely appreciate that. Um, I'm trying to think if there was something that I've always wanted to say to you in return.
Oh yeah, tell me.
Uh,
We ain't letting Kendall in on this one because I'm sure it's a
no.
lot.
Um, I'm sure there is, but of course my mind's blanking a little bit right now. I was,
Something that I did, maybe something you wish I had done different as a mom with you growing up.
I know we said before, or I've told you before that I wish that you were a little bit harder on me and Kendall,
Yeah.
and in some aspects, like to build that discipline. I think for life,
Mhm.
but I know you tried to adjust to that and try to like be a little bit harsher. And I think I was talking about like money or something, and then you wasn't showing like the same love before. Like you was showing a little bit more like tough love,
Mhm.
and then I was just like, well, dang. And then he was like, well, you told me you wanted me to be more tough. Like this is what it is, and I was like, okay. But I think we kind of just dialed back a little bit on that. So I know that's one thing that I've told you
I agree
before.
100% on that though because I feel like now as y'all are older, I do feel like I'm being not harsher, but I try like, I get upset when y'all don't have that discipline of doing like your chores and things like that. But I know I was lax with a lot of things before, but now that y'all older, I'm like, why don't y'all too old? But it's
Yeah,
like y'all haven't practiced that your whole life, so makes a difference.
yeah. But I don't really have too much, at least not right now. I'll probably say something in another episode. But other than that, like I do want to say I am very proud of you as a mother in like raising us, and I'm very happy to have you as my mom. Like I wouldn't want it no other way because I look at other people in their relationships with their moms. I recently had a conversation with my friend Gavin, and like his relationship with his mom,
Mhm.
and it's just like other people don't have what me and you have, and I
Yeah.
think that's also what. Sorry, Gavin, if that outs you, I don't mean to, but but I'm not saying nothing like he didn't say nothing bad,
Bad. Yeah,
but
it's just
it's
different.
just different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like just how I view or see other people talk about their moms, and I'm like it's just not the same. And so I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for
Well, thank
Kendall.
you.
Thank you for really everything.
Well, thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
of
That makes me
course,
feel good.
yeah, you did a great job. You did a great job. Other people see that you've done a great job.
Y'all are great kids.
So yeah, so thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so
You know what I'm
much,
saying?
son.
She
And
got
happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. I hope that you all enjoyed this day. It's a beautiful day.
It's a very beautiful day. Very nice day. Go spend it with your moms. This up this will be uploaded to today on Mother's Day.
Yay.
So the same
Good.
day drop for you guys.
Good.
But yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed and an amazing Mother's Day. Spend it with your family. Love your mothers, hug them, kiss them for me. Tell them I said Happy Mother's Day. Tell them Mom said Happy Mother's Day.
Yep.
And we hope that everybody is doing good. Hopefully, we guys will we'll see you guys next week.
Hopefully, yeah.
we
We'll get back into the swing of this.
we definitely
We got
hope.
lots of things coming up that we can talk about.
Oh,
So
for
exciting.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure. So once again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you guys have any other questions that you would like to be heard in the podcast, you guys can text, DM, leave them in the comments, and we'll get to those questions. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in, and this is From
From
Our
our
Heart to
heart to
Yours.
yours. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Peace.